Okay, I know you see unhinged gloves and think, what am I cooking for this ultimate silver grey loadout? But trust me, this turns out insane. And we're going to get right into it. So, like, as you can see, glove and knife combo here for this ultimate silver grey loadout is going to be Broken Fan gloves unhinged in minimal wear, which are about $120, but they end up looking very, very clean. You can see like 50, $40 by going field test it, but I think it's worth jumping to min wear here. And then the knife is actually going to be a Huntsman Vanilla. Now, I've never been the biggest fan of vanilla knives, but in CS2, I have a growing appreciation for them. And here, $218, let's call it $220 for the Huntsman knife. I think that blade in the vanilla looks incredibly good, and obviously it pairs super nicely with the unhinged gloves. Now, when it comes to agent, you can see here, CT, I went for FBI Sniper just because it's those sort of grey sleeves, which obviously lead into it, and I mean, they don't clash too much. Now, this is $9. The prices are from the 21st of September. People are trying to pump and dump agent skins, so there's fluctuation. I can't control that too much. But then on the T side, we're going to spend a little bit more, because we're going to go for Sir Bloody Silent Darrell. A whole $35 here, but the main thing here, if I get a deagle out, it might show it pretty well. Or maybe it's not the deagle. You can see the watch there. You can really see the tip of the watch. You can see the silver bracelet. So it's all the jewelry here is silver, and then he's black and grey, sort of mostly for the rest of it. So the main thing is having that silver accent on the wrist that then plays into what we're doing. The UMP is actually a very good way to show it. You got this full silver watch. Now, before I dive through the main weapon skins, just a reminder, we have a giveaway running for the Desert Eagle Midnight Storm in Factory New. This is the last chance you have to enter it, so make sure you do by hitting that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below of your favourite skin from this ultimate silver or grey loadout. We'll pick the winner in a week's time. We'll also announce it in Discord, so make sure you're there, and let's look at the USP now, which is going to be the stainless. Now, this one hasn't always been my favourite, but I gotta say, when you're going for this like silver loadout for $8, this is a very, very nice pickup. Now, this next one really is, if you use a P2000, you can go for the silver, and it is $29 in Factory New, but you can see how wonderfully shiny this is. If you don't use a P2000, obviously you can save yourself nearly $30 by just not picking this up. Now, the Glock, I decided to go all out. We go for the Dragon Tattoo, which, although it's $90 Factory New, think how much you're going to use the Glock, how much you're going to see it. I think overall it pairs with the gloves really well. So yeah, definitely worth the pickup, and still overall this loadout does not break the bank. And that's because, unlike the likes of the Desert Eagle, I'm going to go for the heirloom. Now this is just over $7 for minimal wear. Obviously it's got some gold accent colors as well, but overall it's pretty much this cool silver, and I actually quite like the accent colors played into that silver vibe. Now the perfect AK for me here has to be the cartel. Obviously there's so much silver that has this like 3D mapping on it. There's that wood effect too, but overall, this with these gloves pairs very nicely. The alternative would maybe be like going for a steel delta, but I think for the $12 mark, the cartel just wins out. Now, for the F1S, we're going to get the Basilisk, which I really like. And this is what I'm saying. This loadout doesn't break the bank, because this is a $6.50 skin, which obviously it's not crazy flashy. It's not a crazy amount of artwork, but the artwork that is there looks very cool. And you can see how nicely it comes together with these gloves and the agent. Oh, agent's on the wrong side, but you know what I mean. And then we get a very nice value for money pick with the M4A4, because you can get the magnesium in minimal wear for basically $50. You guys know I love this skin. It's shiny. It's got this nice effect on it. The artwork's pretty clean. I'm a fan. Now, for the AWP, I was actually kind of struggling for ideas on where to go. I ultimately went for an exoskeleton. Now, I do have to say, this is not a perfect silver or a perfect grey. Obviously, the scope is, the magazine is, but the base of the skin in minimal wear has this kind of like bluish tint for it, but for $4, it's the best option we have, and overall, I still think it pairs in pretty well to what we're doing. Now, it does pain me a little bit that I have to use the Hypnotic for the MP9. It doesn't break the bank, it's $10 in Factory New, but I just wish there was like a better option. I was even considering using like a Dart, which is like the black and grey, but for overall silver, I kind of had to go for the Hypnotic. For the MAC-10, however, you get a sweet option, because the MAC-10 silver is only 10 cents. It is essentially the silver version of the gold brick and looks incredible. I think you could do some really nice artwork here with stickers on it and just have a ball. Now, for the PG50, I went for the more expensive choice of the cartel over the metallic DD Pat, which gets like a kind of shiny effect. Just because I thought, you know what, it looks nice to pair the cartels together. And overall, I think with the unhinged gloves, like this sort of like scaly effect that has on them, I think that works quite well with the cartel design. And then we do get the triple threat of cartels, because I also get them for the Joe Berettas. Obviously, there's a bit more like bronze on this one, but definitely still that silver base. And when it's $50, you can't really argue with it. 5.7 has an easy and cheap option. It is going to be the silver quartz. Obviously, it's this black base. The top is the silver quartz effect. It's only 27 cents for minimal wear. Pairs with the gloves really nicely. I like this. Now, unfortunately, the Gale kind of sucks for options. I ended up going for a Firefight because it is this kind of like silver base, but obviously it's got this reddy orange accent on it too. So it's only $65 minimal wear. It definitely still pairs into what we're going for, but long term, maybe we see like a nice mil-spec silver Gale come out soon. Kind of similar for the FAMAS, I ended up going for the Darkwater Souvenir, which in minimal wear will run you about $1.50. It does pick up some wear. Obviously, you would have gold stickers on it as well. This is like a one without them, so it's scraped. But for $1.50, I don't think it's too bad. Now, for the Mag 7, you can see I've gone for the silver. Now, this one is $18, so much like the P2000, it's a bit expensive for this sort of skin, but it is without a doubt the best option. When a skin called silver exists, I kind of have to put it in the Ultimate Silver Loadout. So you could choose if you'd want to buy this or not, but it definitely stands out. For the XM, I went for the Scumbria because it is kind of like this off color, I'd say very much grey base skin, like silvery grey. So I think it works. It's only $50. We don't have to focus too much on it. Like I just mentioned, if a skin is called silver, I'm going to have to pick it. That's what I've done for the ZZ. Again, perfect option at $3.20 factory new. What's not to love? Then we have the cutout in minimal wear for the Tech 9 option. It is this sort of black and I'm going to say black and white, black and silvery sort of top with some butterfly, some floral design. It looks pretty good across the board. It is over $3. I prefer it to be a bit cheaper for what it is, but obviously getting something that fits the loadout this well, you know, we're happy to pay that little bit extra if it completes the theme. And then we pretty much round it off with pretty affordable skins. Like, for example, the MP7 is going to be the Armor Core. This is only 12 cent in minimal wear, and obviously there's still a lot of black on it, but for the gloves, it's a pretty perfect pick. I said reasonable, then realized we're still spending $3 on a UMP, but this metal flowers with the flowers in the skull, that kind of like shiny effect that it gets, I think overall, and the railing on the top actually is kind of nice with how the artwork pairs with it, so it's $3 for a UMP, but it looks good. The AUG, I went for the Tomcat, mainly because there was a lack of options, and this was probably the closest to fitting it without having a clash, and it's only 10 cents, so if you want to complain, I don't know, buy another AUG. Kind of similar for the SG, lacked a true good silver option. I don't want to use the Damascus Steel, so I think Ariel for 14 cent, at least it's got this silver wings that do actually get like light reflections on them, which is pretty cool. So for the price, I'm happy with this. We get another Darkwater in the Scout. This one, I mean, at the back it wears a lot worse than the FAMAS, but the base here looks pretty good. Holds up fairly well. It's $2.70. But yeah, if you're an opera that wants to scout on those low buy rounds, then it makes sense to spend the money for it. For the MP5, I go for the gauze. As I said before, MP5 has a lack of skin options. Obviously, in some cases, you can fill the theme really well. This one, I think, overall fits in pretty good, and it's not going to break the bank. It's 43 cent. And then the PP Bison, I'm actually going to go for the carbon fiber, just because there was nothing else that I really liked for it, and at least this gets this. It's not really a silver effect, but I think it's close enough without causing a clash to fit in. Now, overall, this loadout will cost you $590, so under $600 for a loadout that has a very good knife and glove combo. The actual pairing here looks great. You've got two good agents that pair in really well together, and then you've got a skin for every single weapon you should have in your loadout across T and CT. So $600 for this is actually pretty sick. Obviously, your main skins, the showcase, like you got a Dragon Tattoo, you got the Cartel AK, you got the Basilisk M4. I think this comes together really well. Now, I'm someone that likes those bright colors as well, which is why you've seen I had like a Vice combo before. I like going into like bright greens and stuff, but I have a lot of respect and appreciation for a loadout like this. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. If you guys want to let me know your favorite down below, and also hit that like button and the subscribe button, you get into the giveaway for the Midnight Storm Deagle. This is the last time to enter. I'm not going to say it again. Make sure you enter. I will pick the winner in a week or so. Outside of that one, I want to say a big thank you to each of the members that continue to support the channel. It is greatly appreciated. It is actually the best way to support me if you want to directly support what I'm doing with all this lovely CS content. That join button down below will give you all the information you need to know. But outside of that one, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.